Hello! Hello, Bradley Ellis!
Michael Hubert!
Oh, what a glorious time it is for my favorite game of all time has been re-released yet again in glorious
That's right.
fashion. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a little preface. You see, when I start talking about Resident Evil, I go off the rails, man. I start talking about 20 years of lore, all these connections. For the purpose of today's video, we are just going to attempt to keep it focused,
Contained,
on Resident Evil HD. So you've known me my whole life. You've seen me play this game 100 times, but you, my friend, have not played this for a very long time. Tell me how it was stepping back in.
So I haven't played it since it came out on the Nintendo GameCube, which is like 13 years or so ago.
02, so 13 years.
So I hopped back in. Oh man, that game still holds up incredibly well, especially in level design. Going through that Spencer Mansion is like amazing design to me.
Is it fair to say it is your favorite Resident Evil environment?
Oh yeah, by far it is.
And you've been on the platinum trophy kick. You're hunting these trophies down.
That's right.
You're going on speed runs. I mean, I've only had the chance to play through it once. I haven't even had the chance to play through Chris yet. I've been busy with other things. You beat it like 7 times.
Not 7 times. I think 3 now.
Okay. But that is something I do want to talk about as well, is the replayability of this franchise. I mean, when I was a kid, I just used to play this game over and over and over and over again. And I find myself doing that far less nowadays with games. You know, Kyle Bossman has a famous quote, "One and done."
One and done.
Pretty much every game to Kyle Bossman is one and done. Even his favorite games.
That's right.
What do you think it is about Resident Evil that inspires multiple playthroughs?
Well, the fact is it's not super long. If you know what you're doing, you could beat it under 3 hours easily. And I guess like the different character perspectives, like you do pretty much the same thing with all of them, but you get little hints like how Jill is with Barry mostly, and Chris is with Rebecca and Wesker mostly. Just gives you like that extra depth to the universe. And especially when I'm finding like new notes or something I didn't notice before, just adding to that rich lore, which I love.
So that's what I want to talk about too, because the Resident Evil lore is so close to my heart. I love it so much. You are a Dark Souls professional, and some people call me crazy when I say that I feel like Resident Evil was kind of an early, like, how do I put it into words? It set the tone for like what Dark Souls does with its lore. It's not overt. There's a lot that's implied.
Everything's not omniscient, pretty much.
Like every image tells a story. Every corpse, every journal you find in the world. Do you get that comparison?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I really like that. I love that. I love piecing it together myself. And there's still like, you may know a lot of it, but there's probably some still things we're not 100% sure on. And I love that. But I want to talk about the new additions that they added from the original PS1. And how some of that, I love how, especially Lisa Trevor. The backstory on that is incredible.
Critical.
It's so good. Oh my, and I love the boss fights in that game because some of them you don't even have to fight. Tons of enemies in that game, you don't even have to fight. You just run by all that. And I love games where you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
And the Crimson Heads, criminally underused.
Oh my god, they're so great.
Their only appearance in the Resident Evil franchise.
They're so good. I wish there were more. It's like sheer terror when one pops up the first time you don't expect it.
Managing the zombie corpses brings that game to a whole nother level. Did you play tank controls or new controls?
I tried both. I used the new controls for like 2 hours. And I couldn't get into it. With the tank controls, surprisingly, I feel like I have more control of my character.
I'm a tank controls
enthusiast. Especially being able to back up. That's huge.
I
think that I just don't think people realize how important just backing up is in that game.
Well, because they would argue that you just turn around and you immediately run the other way.
Yeah, but it's like perfect for dodging.
There was I mentioned it in my review briefly. Just it took me out of the world. The other controls. It felt like I wasn't grounded.
Sure, yeah.
In that reality.
But I think it's really wise that they added that.
Yeah.
For newer people, I can totally see how people don't like tank controls easily.
Yeah, it definitely turned a lot of people off. So it just came out that it was the best-selling PSN game in January.
Excellent.
So hopefully, Resident Evil
2.
Oh man.
You can dream all you want.
If they get Hideki Kamiya to come back and remake
Oh my God.
Resident Evil 2.
Oh my God.
But hopefully Resident Evil 7, my ideal would be two games in one. You have a past storyline
Cool.
that is fixed cameras, and it involves all the old vets.
Sure,
maybe
yeah.
Wesker on the run or something, or in between somewhere in the timeline, like in between 3 and 4, 3 and Code Veronica. And then you have a present day after 6, Resident Evil 4, Evil Within style, more action oriented. I don't want to say more action oriented because Evil Within is not that action oriented.
Right. From briefly what I played that game, it didn't seem like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, I'm just stoked that you're in this Resident Evil
Yeah,
craze.
I'm riding that train.
It is a
that Resident Evil hype train right now.
Yeah. It is an absolute pleasure. Going on Twitch, watching all these speed runs.
Yeah, getting those strats.
It is a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Make it happen,
Maybe
Capcom.
it'll happen.